We usually learn a lot about history, but very little about the future. Despite the importance of history, the future has become much more influential on our lives than history. History will not be repeated and is not suitable anymore to be a mirror of the days ahead of us. For example, information, its transmission speed, its changing tools are a feature of the current digital age. While it took 75 years for the phone to reach 15 million users, it took the radio 38 years, the television took 13 years, Internet arrived in 3 years, Facebook took only 1 year and 9 months for Twitter, while it took only 35 days for Angry Birds game and 19 days for Pokemon Go. In light of this acceleration, you can imagine that in today's world, in every minute, more than 3 million searches are carried out on Google, 216 photos are shared on Instagram, and 4 million likes on Facebook. 500 hours of videos are uploaded to YouTube, and 350,000 tweets are sent via Twitter. This huge amount of information produced by more than 4.5 billion internet users, in addition to the huge volume of information that is collected through personal interaction, buying and selling, research and reports that are published, has immensely influenced the evolution of the knowledge curve over time. In 1981, the American futurist scientist Buckminster Fuller presented an interesting theory that became known as the knowledge doubling curve. He noticed that until 1900, human knowledge doubled approximately every 100 years, and by the end of World War II, knowledge was doubling every 25 years. And when he wrote his famous book, The Critical Path, in 1981, Fuller confirmed that knowledge is doubling every 12 to 13 months. While some years later, a report published by IBM predicted, by 2020, last year, that knowledge would double every 12 hours, fueled by the Internet of Things. Hence, for example, a modern human is exposed in one day to an amount of information rarely encountered by a person who lived 80 years in the 17th century. To absorb this huge acceleration in knowledge, we need to develop teaching methods to accommodate this drastic change in the knowledge curve. Since studies indicate that 94% of new knowledge recipients are between the ages of 18 and 29 and known as the millennials. Therefore, cognitive change, the nature of the millennial generation and technological development that includes automation, artificial intelligence, big data, robotics, nanotechnology, 3D printing, autonomous vehicles, and other technological deployment in our daily life all lead us to a different world that requires a different set of skills and capabilities of the graduates. This represents a challenge for universities to present a different model of education, a model capable of preparing students for a different job market in the future, which depends to a large extent on creativity, innovation, research, leadership, and other skills that help students position themselves for a completely different future. From here emerged the idea of establishing the Digital Learning Goal as a private limited company based in Amman, Jordan, in partnership with the Association of Arab Universities, with the aim of producing digital learning materials to be offered to university students after proper accreditation from university boards. The mission of the Digital Learning Goal is clear and direct: to prepare university students for the future by exploring and highlighting the important developments that this future carries, hence an interactive and integrated digital learning course titled Introduction to the Future has been prepared. The course aims to prepare students to learn about the future world and explore a number of key areas, including the future of professions, the future of health, the future of energy, the future of agriculture, the future of education, the future of technology, the future of the Internet of Things, the future of artificial intelligence, and more. The course consists of 15 subjects with an average duration of 1 hour of digital learning. Thus, the digital learning subject is roughly equivalent to 48 hours of classroom instruction. The subject may be offered as a university elective entirely in digital format, either in Arabic or English languages. Universities can also follow up on students' performance and achievement, issue certificates and reports periodically according to the specific requirements of each university. The former British Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill once said, "The empires of the future are the empires of the mind." Therefore, the best thing that we can offer generations of the future is a scientific outlook, which we call Introduction to the Future, to show them, to some extent, some of the features of the future that they themselves have to make. Thank you.